Let's build a habitat for the sandcats in the Desert Adventure Park. In this episode, we'll continue the work on our desert village by adding those fluffy cats to our zoo and also finally building an entrance to the new section of the zoo. I hope you guys will enjoy today's episode. Hello guys, this is Cesar Creates and welcome back to my channel. It's finally time for another episode of the Desert Adventure Park. I know that some of you have been waiting for this and I was finally able to build something for our park and for our new desert village in the zoo. So right now we'll have two animals in it. Last time we've built for the Fennec Foxes and this time we are building for the Sandcats. This episode, besides being all about the sandcats, of course, will be also about filling up the rest of the cage or this netted structure that we created in the last episode where I was building for the Fennec Foxes. I firstly created this whole big, cage or however you can call it, that was heavily inspired by my visit to San Diego Zoo and one of their newest sections, the Wildlife Explorers Base Camp. In there's a lot of those similar structures. They don't have the sandcats but they have the Fennec Foxes in one of those. So this is something that we did last time and I decided to dedicate the rest of this structure, so the second half, to the sandcats because I thought that it will be just perfect for them, and in the end I just love how it has turned out. So in case if you guys haven't seen the last episode and you would like to see how I created this big metal structure, I will put the link to the previous video down in the description and on the screen right now. The last episode was also sort of like a beginning of the new village in the zoo, the desert village, and I just couldn't imagine this section without the sandcats, which are those beautiful little cats that are living on the deserts, and I think that to me personally, they are one of the best models of the cats in the game. I just really liked how they look and I'm so happy to be finally building for them once more. We've created one habitat for them in the Elm Hill City Zoo already and I don't always get to build like 2 or 3 or more habitats for those animals, especially from the newer DLCs, so I am very happy that I can finally test my building skills when it comes to those guys once more. After the last episode, a lot of you asked me if I could upload this whole metal structure or those habitats to the workshop, and I have a little surprise for you. If you'll go down to the comments, you will probably see this pinned comment in there with the link to the Steam workshop from where you can download this whole structure with all the decorations and everything. So the 2 habitats will be uploaded to the workshop, and I just have to mention this because I always get the comments and you guys are often complaining about this. I am playing in sandbox mode and I have the animal welfare turned off because I tend to build realistic size of the enclosures that you will normally see in the zoos, so that doesn't always mean the requirements of the animals in the game, especially that they cannot always traverse through the whole habitats in there. So the enclosure is big, but sometimes the animals in Planet Zoo can often use only half of it or something, so those habitats would probably not be the best if you are playing in the franchise mode, because they wouldn't be compliant with all the requirements of the animals. But if you like to use it in sandbox mode, you are so welcome to do so. All you have to do is just delete the invisible barrier that I've added around the whole blueprint just to upload it, and then add the invisible barriers for the 2 separate habitats and add the gates, hide them somewhere in the rock walls, or just do this invisible gate technique where you are hiding the gate under the ground, and you should be good to go. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. Of course, if you showcase your work somewhere using this habitat, just a little mention or a shoutouts to me would be nice, but yeah, you guys are super welcome to use that and I hope you will like it, because I am certainly super happy with how it has turned out, even better than I imagined, and I just cannot wait to build more in the desert village, because I think that it will look way better than the African village that we have already, especially that I have a plan to build this whole like desert a safari ride with the jeeps, and I just cannot wait to start building that. But I think that we'll have like 2 or 3 more habitats coming before we'll start building the safari ride. Besides building this and finishing sort of this double habitat, we'll also build like an entrance to the desert village, or the gate. This will be heavily inspired by a gate that I found on Google Maps, and it is located in Morocco, in Marrakesh, I think. I wanted to have something inspired by the North African architecture, and that was just perfect. So of course we will have a speedboat or for that after we'll finish the entire habitat, and I'll also showcase it in the cinematic shots by the end of the video, and I hope you guys will like it, because the gate will sort of set the tone for the entire area of the zoo. So I really hope you guys will just enjoy it, like it, and you know, I can always change it, but it would be nice not to do it twice. The Desert Adventure Park unfortunately suffers from, you know, all the new releases when it comes to other games and Planet Zoo. The Elm Hill City Zoo is sort of like my flagship project here on YouTube, and whenever there are new DLCs coming out for Planet Zoo, I am always adding the habitats for the animals to the Elm Hill City Zoo first, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing because, okay, I can right away build in there, and the city zoo allows me to build for like almost all the types of animals. So whenever we have the new DLC, I am always finding somewhere that I can easily add to the zoo. But sometimes it gets a bit messy, because sometimes there are animals that are not fitting to the areas that we are currently building in the zoo, or I just finished the reptile house and there's a new reptile coming and this sort of jazz. But in the Desert Adventure Park, we are sticking to the plan. We are not distracted by the DLC. So I have a list of animals and I am sticking to it. But that means that whenever there's a new DLC, I often do breaks from the zoo. And also because of course, the Planet Coaster that was released recently, I also did a little break from Planet Zoo. But as you guys can see, we are back, because Planet Zoo will always be my first love, no matter what. Planet Coaster is super cool. I love this game so much. I was super hesitant if I should play it, if I should start the series. I thought that, okay, I will try it. I don't know much about the parks, I mean theme parks. I don't know about anything about building coasters and stuff, so I tried it, and the response to that series, oh my god, I didn't sort of like you know, imagine it in my wildest dreams that the videos will get so many views. And because of that, I'm willing to, you know, continue the series that I started in the Planet Coaster. Because of all the views and all the comments and new subscribers and stuff, it is super tempting to, you know, just build and upload from Planet Coaster 2, and I get why other creators also stopped like sort of doing Planet Zoo on their channels. But Planet Zoo will always be my first love. I love this game so much, and I just thought, okay, I uploaded 2 episodes of the new Puerto del Sol, and it is now time to go back to my first love, to Planet Zoo, and to build something in this game. And let me just tell you that right away, when I opened the game and I started to build this habitat, I felt like at home right away. I have this muscle memory. Like building in Planet Zoo is so easy for me, because I just do it without like sort of thinking. While building in Planet Coaster, oh my god, like building those very similar simple houses that I'm doing in this Mediterranean section, if you guys have seen that, they are very simple and they take me so long to build for some reason, because I'm doing those stupid mistakes. I'm looking for those pieces and so on. In Planet Zoo it would take me just minutes to build them, and in Planet Coaster it actually takes some time. So yeah, I definitely prefer to build in Planet Zoo because of that. And even though Planet Coaster has some really amazing pieces and a lot of pieces for the base game like that, I still prefer building pieces and plants and rocks and everything in Planet Zoo. So yeah, just to reassure you that Planet Zoo is not going anywhere. We are now in the Desert Adventure Park. Soon we'll be back in the Elm Hill City Zoo, where I will start a really nice big project in there that I hope you guys will like it. Next week we should also be back to the prehistoric SeaWorld in the Jurassic World Evolution 2 if you are waiting for that. I just cannot wait to finally finish this park because it will be the last building episode. Oh my god, I cannot believe that. And yeah, somewhere in between we'll be also back to the Planet Coaster 2 building the Puerto del Sol. So if you guys are watching who recently subscribed to my channel because of Planet Coaster, first of all, thank you. But just to let you know that we'll be back to the Puerto del Sol soon, I just need to, you know, find a grip and sort of do the schedule of the videos. I already have so many of them planned actually and listed that will have a lot of different games, will have a lot of different series and also shorts in between, but I hope that everyone will find something that they like on my channel. Either this is Planet Zoo, Jurassic World Evolution 2 or a Planet Coaster. I know that it is probably not too wise like playing all those free games because of the algorithm on YouTube, but I don't care too much about this, so I will still continue playing those free games for sure on my channel. This speed build is a bit shorter than we normally do, just because I had so many things done already for this habitat that I copied from the Fennec Fox Habitat. For example, the rock wall, I just added some details to it. I tried to mix the different kinds of rocks in here in the first habitat as well. So besides the stalagmites, we are also mixing in the faux rocks and also the desert rocks and adding some roots and different plants on the rock wall. That is sort of like a background of the entire habitat. And of course we added some details in it. I created like a little hill for it not to be too flat. I added a lot of rocks. I added some of the climbing structures. I actually found a really cool set of branches on the workshop and I used one or two from them. I will also put the link to this workshop item. I don't remember who it is by, but it is an amazing set. So if you guys are looking for a natural looking like dead trees and branches, I'll put the link down in the description because this set is so amazing. And yeah, of course I added a lot of different dry bushes and plants to this habitat to make it look realistic, to make it look like part of the desert environment or something. Some rocks and different climbing opportunities for the cats. What I did for the Fennec Fox is also something that I wanted to do here, so sort of like a blending the habitat with the surrounding of it, so that the plants and the rocks are sort of like outside and inside of the habitat, and there's only this like mesh like dividing it. And I really love when zoos that do it, when they are sort of like blurring the line between the habitat and the surroundings. This is always so cool, and this is something that I try to achieve in here as well. And after that, as you guys can see, we are building the entrance to the entire area, the desert village, inspired by the building in Morocco, and the Africa pack was just perfect for it. I used basically most of the pieces from there and I was able to recreate it like really quick and easily, so I hope you guys will like it. This habitat unfortunately suffers a bit from the light in Planet Zoo and that we cannot like sort of direct it however we like, so it is a bit in the shadows just because of its placement, but I still really love how it has turned out. I think that the cats look phenomenal in here, and honestly I just cannot wait for the whole village to grow because I can imagine more and more those habitats and buildings like behind of this whole metal structure. I right now added some plants just for the background, but we'll delete them and add the rest of the village there, so I just cannot wait to see how it will look. But yeah, this is all when it comes to the speed build part, and let me meet you guys in a second to show you everything that we've built in today's episode. So the second habitat of our desert village in the Desert Adventure Park is finally done, and it feels so correct to be finally adding those desert animals to the park that has a desert in its name. I just love how this netted structure has turned out. It looks even better now when it is filled with all the details. The habitats are done, and of course there's some life because there are animals living in it and moving and messing around in their habitats. And I actually love the fact that we have half of the structure committed to the dogs, so the little foxes like the Fennec foxes, and the other half to the cats, so we have the sand cats that we added today. So they are sort of opposites, but I think that they complement each other so well. I actually forgot to mention this during the speed build part, but a lot of you asked me if I'll be adding some of the newest animals from the Zookeeper's Audio pack to this zoo, and of course I will. We'll be adding both the African spurred tortoise and also the Hamadryas baboon to this village of the park, so I really cannot wait for that. But I don't think that will be in the next episode. In the next one we'll be building either for the caracal or the porcupine. I still haven't decided, but those are the animals that I want to locate like next to the entrance to the desert village. I haven't shown that in the speed build, but I also did like the entire indoor part for the sand cats, so we have like this small little shelter for them, so if they need to be, I don't know, separated or just spend the night there, they have a place for that. And also of course I've built this entrance to the desert village inspired by the North African architecture. I really hope you guys like it. I cannot wait to add more buildings in this style in this village, like add some shops, some restaurants and so on. And I really cannot wait to see this whole village grow, add more animals, and finally build the big safari ride that I am so excited for. And I hope you guys will enjoy the future episodes of this park. And yeah, this is all when it comes to this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please consider to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring the bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And of course, leave me a nice comment. Tell me what you think about today's episode. If you like to support the channel a little bit extra, you can do it with the join button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!